Hey guys, this is Markus Creation, and today I want to create the second character for the character design challenge with Fantastic Anatomy, and that is the Ruby Fighter. So, when I heard the phrase Ruby Fighter, immediately something came to my mind, and I made a quick sketch on paper, and I will try to replicate this sketch very quickly here. And show you my initial thought. Yeah, as a very rough sketch, this is what immediately came to my mind. And maybe you can even recognize some influences. I can see two big influences on this idea, and where my mind has this from. And these are two main sources, I would say. One of them is Pokemon, from very, very long time ago, and this is Nocturne. I think in English he is called Hitmonchan or something. I will show you the influences here. So into this idea went the Pokemon Hitmonchan. I don't know if you are spelling him like that, but I guess. And he is looking like this. Yeah, something like that. This is Hitmonchan. I guess you can immediately see the hands. I mean, no wonder why he came to my mind, because he is a fighting Pokemon, or I would say he's the fighting Pokemon. And so when I hear fighter and he's a boxer, he's boxing and he has these boxing gloves. The second thing that influenced my idea were the old awesome classical Mega Man games. The best jump and run games ever, I think. I played Mega Man 3 very much because that was the one that I had a long time ago. And yeah, in case you don't know, you are fighting robot masters, and each level has a robot master at the end. And there was one of them called Top Man, and I will show you a sketch how he looks like, and then I show you something. So yeah, this is Top Man. He's a gyroscope. I think you call it like that. He's rollerblading around and spinning around, and this is his power to spin very fast. And if you beat him, you get his power, and you can spin too. Okay, this is him. Yeah, and I guess his head influenced my idea. So to have the thing on the head, I mean, he has a gyroscope on his head, and so this Ruby guy has a ruby on his head. Also, both Topman and this Hitmonchan thing, they both have these very huge shoulders. They both have these very high and wide shoulders, which I also kind of put into my idea. I could do this a bit more extensively. And also his general shape is like them, like a thin waist, but a very wide chest and shoulders. So these are the initial influences on my first idea. And then there's another thing. When I looked up Top Man to see how he looks like, I discovered something that is even more similar to my idea, which is really surprising for me. There is a newer Robot Master in one of the newest games. I mean, like I told you, this is from Mega Man 3, from I think 10 years and more ago. And in Mega Man 9, I don't know when this was. I think this is somewhat recent, like 1 or 2 years or something. I didn't play it, but I discovered that there is a Robot Master that is called Jewel Man, and he has exactly this topic, obviously, of jewels, and Jewel and Ruby is so similar that he could uh, also be a Ruby Man, I think. I will really quick show you. So yeah, in a very sketchy way you see how Jewel Man looks like. Uh, yeah, obviously he is even more similar to what I came up with, and with the jewel on his head, it's exactly the same thing that I drew. I don't know if I knew about that. I never played that game, but it came to my mind, and it looks so similar. I feel like I feel like I would be the one copying that, but I'm not. But it looks so similar, so I think I should come up with something else. This is my initial idea, but I have to change it at least in some way, in some major way with the head, because it would be a copy. It would look like a copy. So not this one. Okay, so let's change this and make a new idea. I make a new layer. I want to stay with this pose, like this. I will let this be a. I mean, he's a fighter, so he is punching, and this boxing stuff. I like this idea, and I think it's really fitting well. So he will be a boxer, a boxing character, and he shall get this pose where he is punching to the viewer or to the camera, or what you want it to be. And since he is a fighter, he will be trained, so he has this bigger chest and smaller waist, which makes him look muscular or trained, at least, I would say. So a smaller waist and a bigger upper body. Not very, but in relation to each other, smaller and bigger. And since this, like I said in my initial idea, the ruby on his head reminds me too much of this Jewel Man from Mega Man. This is, uh, I will not take this idea because it's too similar. So I will not put a jewel on his head. So I have to think about where will I put rubies into this character. rubies, they are said to be the most expensive gems, and also it's a very hard gem. So I thought maybe if a ruby is such a hard material, this guy can use the gem as his boxing glove. So he has boxing gloves made out of ruby. Would make sense, so he can punch very hard at his opponents and will win all fights or something. But I like very much this design of the Robot Masters of Mega Man, where they have these giant lower arms and giant shoes or lower legs and feet, as you have seen here in my sketch. These giant lower arms and hands, these giant shoes. I like this design very much, so I think I will uh, do something similar. Since he is a fighter and he is a melee, you call it melee fighter, right? He goes very near to his opponent. So maybe he has this um, giant lower arm kind of armor, which is like a shield. He can punch his opponent with his ruby gloves. And since ruby is a hard material, maybe even his shield is ruby too. So he has this ruby armor, yeah, um, which gives him this look of these giant lower arms. Yeah, and also he can have this ruby design at his shoes, and so he gets these giant shoes like from a Robot Master, which I just find cool. So I take something like that. Oh yeah, and he has, which I had in my initial design, which you see here, these knee parts which can be made of ruby too. So he has shields for his knees too. Maybe my design was unpractical, but I can change it later. My initial design was like this, like a spike. So maybe he can kick with his knee and has a spike there made of ruby, so it's hard, and it's a spike, so it's I guess deadly. At least very not pleasant to get hit by it. Yeah, and these shoes can be like armor too, but it has to be recognizable that it is an armor and not his feet are not really big. It's just his armor that has this appearance. Maybe something like that. Oh yeah, and since he is a boxer, he could get boxer shorts? Do you call it boxer shorts? Boxer shorts are underwear, right? But how do you call it when a boxer is wearing it? It's also boxer shorts, right? That's where it has a name from. So he gets shorts, like a boxer. I guess they should be longer, but since he has these shields and these knee things, knee protectors, I will not make it longer than this. Maybe on his upper body he is not wearing armor and instead his upper body is naked. So everybody sees his muscles or something like that. But that would be dumb protection-wise. Only girls in computer games would do that. They always wear armors that do not protect at all. But not this guy. Oh yeah, and his shoulders, I had these diamonds, rubies on his shoulders. Should I stick with it? I think I should change it a little bit, but the idea, something he has on his shoulders is armor, so either protection or just design wise. And I love this design with wide shoulders. Oh yeah, maybe he has this nearly triangular chest. This time the expression is not very detailed and not very special, but I think it's not that important this time. Okay, and instead of making a completely useless gem onto his head, he can wear a helmet which is made of ruby, completely fitting to his complete armor. So yeah, he is a guy wearing a complete ruby suit or ruby armor. Helmet, gloves, arm protection, leg protection. Yeah, okay, so he gets a helmet. Maybe he even has a helmet like a knight. So let's try this. Of course made of ruby. So his helmet is is like a gem with this thing in the front where you can put it down to protect the face. Oh man, I'm not sure about this. Okay, I think the design is kind of finished. This time I'm totally not sure about the whole thing, but I will try to color it and give it a ruby appearance, and then I will talk to you again. Okay, this is the colored version. The coloring is done. I really like how it turned out. I'm surprised myself about how it turned out. As I said, I was very skeptical about the whole design, but now that it's in color, I think it's quite awesome. Yeah, I hope you like it too. That's my Ruby fighter. I'm very excited to see the Ruby fighter of Shams Nelson. Yeah, I would suggest you check out his video too and his version and tell us what you think about our Ruby fighters. In case you want to see this picture and other artworks, go to my website markuscreation.com. And besides that, you can see the next character next week. So, till next time. See ya.